Hey everybody, it's Lindsay Sunshine back at you again with some more awesome content. Today what we are going to be talking about is what to know when you are moving from California or out of state over here to Washington State. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, that way you can always get the newest content. Let's dive in. Things to know when you are moving from California to Washington or really out of state. For me, I'm going to focus on California since that's the move that I did, and I know there's a lot of people who are leaving California to come up this way. So raise your hand if you've ever thought about leaving California to move to a different state. I know, me too. The very first thing that I recommend, especially being a Californian, is to be prepared for the weather up here. It's awesome that we get to experience all 4 seasons. I mean, right now it's the fall, it's beautiful outside. And you definitely over time acclimate to the weather. But what I will say is be prepared to get more clothes, such as like a raincoat and some rain boots. If you are using an umbrella, you know you're not a local. So I highly recommend to invest in that great raincoat. If you know that you are going to be moving to Washington State, consider the time of year that you're moving. I myself moved here in February, which is somewhat dead of winter. And the drive up was a little scary, but we made it. And the next day after we got here, there was a huge snowstorm, so we were trapped inside, which honestly was fine because we needed to unpack and get settled. But it definitely took a little bit of a transition mentally to be prepared for that. Next thing on the weather topic is you are going to be having to check the weather like every day. I still, after 3 years living here, I still forget to check the weather every day. It's just not like sunny SoCal or even Northern California where the weather is a little bit more predictable. Here, we just don't know, and the best part about this weather is that is why we are so lush and so green, so it's definitely necessary to have all the seasons. Also, when you are in the process of planning your move to Washington, being that I'm a hybrid, I came up and down a couple of times throughout the different seasons, so I really knew what I was getting myself into in terms of the weather differences. So I do recommend, if able, to come and visit during the spring, during the summer, during the winter. That way you really know what you're getting yourself into with this weather. And while you're here, we can check out some property. One of the big reasons why I actually moved from California after so many years living down there is the cost of living. Cost of living up here in Washington is way different. I like to think it's a lot better. One of the really great things about living up here is Washington, there is no income tax. So if you live in Washington and work in Washington, you get that huge savings. A lot of people do live in Washington and work in Oregon. However, they don't get to reap the benefits of the income tax savings. So it's definitely food for thought. The other thing that also brought me up here is the amount of driving and traffic and the cost of gas down in California can really add up over time. For me, I mean, I had an 11-mile commute and it took me an hour and a half to get home some days. Let's just say that got really old really fast. I mean, I'm a realtor, so I drive for my job so much, and it's nowhere near anything like it is down in California. I always joke that as long as the wheels are rolling, you are okay. I myself am a really big athlete, so it's important to me to have outdoor activities and things to do. So we all know California has plenty of things going on down there. And the best thing is there's a lot of natural beauty up here as well. Tons of hiking, biking, kayaking, all kinds of activities that you can do around here. That's about it for my favorite things or things that you should know about moving from California to Washington. Now it's your turn. I want to know, what are some things that you are considering while making your move? Or if you have made the move, what are some things that I didn't take note of? Because I'd love to talk about it. It's really fun to meet other Californians that have moved up here, so definitely reach out. Don't forget, leave your comments down below. If you enjoyed what you heard today, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Bye! If you like what you see, don't forget to come back. No, seriously, I'm taken. Please.